gave them a little bit of comfort in this setup as well, knowing that there's not a whole lot they can do to Chrysalis, right? Like, what's going to stop him from farming? And typically, Earthshaker is someone who can struggle in that position 5 role unless he's a strong laner like this in the Drow Ranger. There's not many heroes that can actually provide so much comfort to an Earthshaker like a Drow can.
Oh, absolutely. And coverage is exactly what she did there. Roan. So the lanes, as they head out across the map, Mickey in on this Lina will try and take it to the Invoker as much as possible, but you can see that one of the issues here is they actually did swap it up. A little Shards connection onto Chrysalis, the Fissure, so a lot of blockage coming out. Melee heroes doing a good chunk of damage onto that Drow if they can manage to get on top of her.
Yeah, it's important that they try and fight back right now, these earlier parts when they're attempting to punish level 1, when there's only the Shards there on the Tusk, and there's like no real threat of just jumping on his eyes whenever they want.
Gets the D word there. Boxy can play his way, get another one too.
It's gonna be really hard to get this camp. Like,
yeah, I mean, absolutely. He has the sentry, but can't place it down. Fissure, Erupt, throws it back on the
they swap. Zai's gonna now run over as well. Always forced to body block.
Bringing him down. Damage! It's out! Chrysalis gets him with that level 2 hit.
That was all
in time.
It was like all a dance for the safe playing small camp, right? Like, they're like changing their positioning, going back and forth like that.
Oh, 23 HP, and gonna have to bring himself out to himself. My goodness. Yeah, this lane is tough. This is a really hard one.
Middle tower is
Getting an early win in a lane with an Earthshaker support is going to be a great feeling, because now you've got this Enchantress matching up versus the Undying. You're removing pretty much the whole purpose of this pick. Like, it feels like he really was just picked for the lane. They don't necessarily have like the free Tombstone killers, but they have a lot of great tools versus Tombstones. Obviously, like they end the draft with a Drow, so plenty of ranged heroes. There's the attack speed aura. It shouldn't be a major concern for them. Really, as long as they have the vision, that Tombstone's going down.
There of the creep wave around. Back in as Rezo is being zoned away by Insania up here on the top side. Currently going for none of those boars yet. Play more on the axes and the punches. Gets this wave, pulls it back behind. Don't want to have to deal with the Drow anymore. And this is always going to be the answer, right? If you feel like giving up first blood to the Drow, you can lane pulls and make the laning stage just that little bit easier for yourself.
It does not feel good though.
That's a nice little job there, interrupting it.
But like giving a free lane to a Drow too, just because you can't contest, is a pretty awful feeling. Oh, that's a nice play from Boxy though. Unfortunately, they couldn't get all the melee creeps on him, so he didn't take too much damage from that.
Yeah, Drow definitely free game so far. And they're going to need to make some pretty solid rotations later here if they want to find any hope of punishing them eventually.
I definitely think there's a chance to go for a kill before level 6. It should be free with the Brewmaster split, assumedly, but there's also a chance that you go for something a little bit earlier if they can get that wave away from the tower, just because they do have that Tusk initiation.
Zombies? 18 HP, maybe you just needed one more there.
Don't have untouchable yet, so, you know, it's a little...
Yeah, tries to get that pull off, but oh, the zombie spawn, which stops the pull. Very annoying for the Undying there. It's just going to keep on spamming out those decades as much as possible. So at least up top's going well for Matumba Man on the side of Liquid. Bottom, a bit of a different story. Zai trying to make his way out of here. Did switch over form for that Drunken Brawler. Can't get away from him though. A couple more punches and Boxy there to play interrupt.
Yeah, it is not a lot of evasion early on.
Storm Brawler gets him up to just 5% there.
Huge evasion.
Yeah, it's not great. So again, this lane going to be a tough one, but you can see the Beastmaster also struggling. They bring on in the big creep. Puppey combination there is actually going to get some pretty good damage onto Insania. Forces him away.
Radiant's courier has been
Atu finds a courier just sitting there.
Radiant's courier was
left it
caught
hanging
in the
out there, so
crossfire.
great grab there. Besides, also losing the courier at the same time.
Waves around, Matumba Man trying to chase.
Radiant's top
Stop
tower
the
is under
creeps from
attack.
being stolen away from his lane there. Again, because
Dire's
Undying
top
had to
tower
back away,
is
they actually
under attack.
don't even manage to come and contest.
Nobody wants to lane is what I'm seeing. Chrysalis is chasing Boxy through the jungle. You know, they got the pull into the small camp here now. Chrysalis can farm that up. All just playing a little bit passive at the moment. A little rotation in the mid lane here, though. That is a level 6 Invoker. Got a couple tools handy here.
They'd be able to find him, bring him down. A couple punches. Nisha caught, drops it. The Sunstrike. Mickey takes some damage, but it won't be enough. And that is before level 6.
Yeah.
So
no one was coming to help him. I thought maybe there might be like a Fisher or something in there, but Zayas did not have the option available. Or at least he didn't think there could be a save for it, which is probably true when it comes to the Fisher plays, right? Fisher to try and save from an Ice Jar, it's kind of unlikely.
can't get into position there to steal away the bounty rune either. So Moxie rotations bearing a little bit of fruit. And Zai moves over, okay. Can chase him down here. Zayat's in some trouble, throws the enchant totem out, a couple more punches. Boxy gets on the board as Resolution, chase underneath the tower. Matumba Man on top of him with Insania. And bring down Rezo to boot.
Surprising, a couple kills across the map there. I feel like Insania is struggling a bit in this lane.
Sunstrike's not there, but the punches coming from Puppey, and the Wolf managed to clean up. 6.5 minutes in. Already the lane's starting to break down a little bit more as the battles ensue.
Yeah, the constant has been Matsu though, just constantly on the wave, never really being forced off here. 41 and 11 as he leads the board in terms of the CS, and well ahead in net worth now as well.
Seeing if Chid can get up to that Hand of Midas as quickly as possible. He is going for this Exort build, so he's going to rely upon these Sunstrike kills. Missing a couple of them there, you know, not the biggest deal in the world. Those are things that would really just accelerate his farm up. But
when the Roar comes out though, as well as the Helm of the Dominator, there's gonna be a lot of damage coming out from Rezo in combination with Puppey. They can just bring a secondary creep. They can really get some big chain stuns going if they want, and it should be free picks at that point. And then on the other side, for Team Liquid, you're looking for the level 6 on Zai, right? That first split, Chrysalis, I'm sure is gonna be well aware that that is a big opportunity for them to go for a kill. We might see a little bit of babysitting from Zai in that situation. But the other TPs to save, like Puppey doesn't have a whole lot of tools they can really do much when the Broodlings come out, so it's going to be based off of the intuition of Chrysalis to survive.
Matumba Man onto Rezo. TP's coming in though. Needs to be careful. Infest and the runaway. They're going to lose Boxy there. As Chrysalis heads on out of lane, but they do get away on Matumba Man.
Force that rotation though, but again, that's Chrysalis, right? He saw an opportunity to get out of that lane because he knows what's coming, right?
Yes.
So better than just waiting for it and having to like run to the jungle. You're a Drow, that's not really ideal. You'd much rather take this swap, come up top, avoid the brew split, and start farming here instead. Keep that net worth moving upwards. And so you have this dual core of the Invoker and the Drow staying strong.
Right.
Kind of weird for Rezo though, because he's playing a Beastmaster. So now like he's still farming towards his helm. Now there's like a Drow in his lane, you know?
Yeah, that part does feel a little bit different. And the other thing about this is we're seeing the Lina just head on back and farm up the jungle too. I was wondering if after getting that ulti online, if she was going to start rotating around, getting some kills, but Mickey opting to just go into the jungle and farm and gets that perfect neutral item for the Lina. Very trinket.
It is cool that Rezo has the 3 points in the axes though, so he's just like farming up stacks right now while Chrysalis takes his lane. He's not going to fall behind too much. Now they could even go for a smoke play with the Roar if they want to as well. Again, with Puppey's creeps. Chain quite a few, I'd pretty much kill anyone actually. Maybe not Matsu, but with the help of a Sunstrike, he's still gonna be pretty tanky and hard to grab. Anyone else is gonna be a pretty free grab.
Of course, those best plays you're gonna have to watch for later on. So many units that can get turned an escape route or that life stealer.
I almost feel like Zai's like kind of annoyed down here. He's just like, I want to kill someone. Like, please, like someone show, you know? All his other heroes he's been playing, he's able to like push this tower, he's given this space. It feels like he can immediately start pressuring somewhere else on the map, but instead, he only really has the creeps to deal with at the moment.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
He's going to be able to farm pretty well on that.
Dire
Something that you like to
their
see.
structures.
Radiant's
Getting
bottom
into a
tower
couple
is
of those
under
later
attack.
islands, you've seen some of them go for the Wraith packs. Obviously, the Aghanim Scepter, not as good as it used to be, but still very strong.
Debatable. Might be better.
Yeah. Well, he's dead. Can they find anything after, though? Resolution in some trouble as Boxy moves in. So they use the Roar to kill off the Undying, but they get punished pretty heavily on the other side of that.
Yeah, hoping to catch a couple of their core heroes there, obviously. That's why Zai's coming up here to try and get the split off, but not going to find it. And I'll tell you who that happens.
What?
I mean, he would have taken the Invis rune, you know?
All right.
Yeah.
Lets him know how he feels about
That's
it.
right. I like how he tips him, too.
That's
yeah,
awesome.
that's right. You think I wouldn't?
Dude,
Well,
you see something new every time at this TI. And
oh, and behind the split.
they do not have a Laguna Blade. I don't know how it happened, but it's not there. It turns out they don't need it. Nisha goes down. Oh my goodness.
Like Radiant closed the
Dude, that was sick.
Yeah, this is all just cover though, because Zayat's got a free lane bottom for a couple waves. Right? That's the secret to the Earthshaker players. You gotta feed some of your teammates a little bit, right? Gotta get that early blink dagger. Very important that you find the time for this hero. Okay, what is Insane you doing? How did we just kill Courier down there?
He's hanging out.
Who is this man?
Moving in from behind. Zaya's there. They don't have Bruce Split anymore, but the Echo! Oh, but the snowball save. Can they get him out after? Mickey's got to run, but Puppey's there for the slow. LSA connects on it. 2 Sunstrike out. It is going to be enough with the hits from Chrysalis.
Oh, Insane, yeah. He did not know whether he should come in here. He thought about backing up, and he's like, oh, I'll throw a tombstone, maybe I'll do something. But I think in the end, he knew that was going to be a tombstone feed. So unfortunately, he kind of just adds on to the bounty.
And you can see that after, again, a bit of a slow start to this one, it turns into a bloodbath. And some good Cinder Brew damage there out onto Nisha, but they want to try and get some damage onto this tower.
The split is down, you know, it's like chum in the water. They know that Zai doesn't have a whole lot he can do in this situation. They smell blood and they go right for that tower.
Peas could come in soon. They have to be careful about this one.
Rally the dead.
But no, that is the power of this Ench.
Radiant's bottom tower
Get that
has
troll
fallen.
creep, you run on in, you take the tower.
Oh, how about that though? An instant smoke as well from Zayats and Puppey. They're gonna start moving up towards their Beastmaster, because Rezo, of course, has the Roar up and ready, has the Helm creep. So if anyone tries to contest this tower, again, no split, they're not too worried about it. This, the replay on the Laguna. Wow, a man.
Dude, the eyebrow raise is too good. Oh, I love
yeah,
that.
okay.
Was not expecting
That's the most emotion I've ever seen from Nisha. You know,
You're not wrong. Oh, silent killer usually. Wow. The salvo damage that we had towards mid, it looks like Liquid want to make the move again. After losing their mid-tier 1 tower, they will head on in and claim one of their own.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Lad's already done on that brew. A couple of smokes purchased. Gotta watch for those blink timings.
Got it. I like that play from Liquid too. Sort of like posturing mid with a lot of units, a lot of heroes coming in there, and just knowing they hit the split coming up in just a second, as it's now available now. So Secret not feeling they can really contest that. Yes. They're just going to keep Chrysalis farming up the jungle, and now, you know, Zayas, he's just going to try and like find that farm somewhere. Be it Shard, be it Blink. It looks like he's probably not as confident getting the Blink this game. Feels like he just wants that early Shard instead. But it's just, it's like so strong for stalling out these fights, of course, to try and provide all that space that you can for an Invoker and a Drow. But if you're not getting the Blink first, like, does this even feel like that worth it, you know, as a hero? I feel like that's where you really get the value of the 4 Shaker.
I know, it can be an issue. I'm going to be a bit concerned about as Chrysalis is farming up those Ancients. If you can't get that initiation off, you feel much less valuable in these fights. But of course, like you talked about, that extra damage that you get from players could help to mitigate that a little bit. You have this stall out period, and you got to imagine that she's going to be happy about this. Building towards his next item is actually going for a 4-step after that Hannah Midas. 4 tools to get that separation away from particularly the Lifestealer.
Yeah, it's like the counter to Team Liquid, right? They just keep Tusk and Lifestealer.
Right?
So just every game, it feels like there's more and more 4-staffs. I'm sure Puppey's feeling the same way, indeed he is. Stack those up. It's great to have it on the Drow too, so likely to be another game where it's going to be something they're going to have to contend with on Liquid.
Jungle find each other, looking for a high five. Zayats, is he feeling friendly today?
You got to be careful if he's Enchantomi high fives you.
Oh, yeah.
It hurts.
I got it. High five. Up. Zai and Boxy. They're hunting to try and find the Beastmaster.
It's like, can I even kill this right now?
Back behind.
Oh, I can't get it.
Oh, but look. Chase, it's there. Rezo thinks it's all good and well, but the chase, they catch him. Stone, couple more punches. The creep buying some extra time. Well, Chiatoa doesn't do anything with that Echo. Get away from him. Tombstone down. Chrysalis is there, though, and that's going to be enough to kill off Boxy. Insania has to run, but Mickey, he's got a DD. Moves in, finds Science, gets that kill. Now Puppey trying to get out of there. And the lift up on Anisha. Drops the meatball, but it's not enough. Nisha in trouble. Couple more hits, he dies. Zai on a killing spree as they look for Puppey, but Chrysalis wants to move forward. Insania trying to take up all those hits as he can, and Mickey gets the double kill. That's 4 already dead. Zai on top of Chrysalis. follows, hits the stun. Mickey there. Mickey wants the kill. They're diving behind the tower. Resolution, he's back in. Have they gone too far? Liquid in, very deep. Another TP in. Science is back alive. Mickey hopes to escape, but there will possibly be an escape. No. Zaya cleans up.
Oh, he bought us BKB though.
And he was able to buy out. And to think that all starts from just 2 heroes smoked in.
They're getting so much into these early brew splits, which is really the key to them getting this victory. Now, you can definitely see these moments where they bait out the brew split and you're able to get away, but the shards are really helping those situations. They forced that fight on top of Rezo. And Zayt's even felt committed, of course, to hop in there with the Echo, but it wasn't enough to turn things. He does have a shard as well, though, so he can continue to like try and solve these fights, try and force some good Sunstrikes as well there from Nisha, but great plays from Liquid. And now they have 2 humongous item powers when they come into these next fight. They're going to have that BKB on Mickey's Lina, as well as that Wraith Pack now on Zai. But much like the Tombstone, again, it is an issue where they do have good tools versus it on the side of Team Secret. They won't necessarily be that big, like, dominating Wraith Pack this game.
And you can see here just the amount that he's getting done on this brew. Zaya's had a tournament that's sort of been a lot of great moments, but also a couple where he's had to sacrifice as we get into another battle. And Nisha found Lifestealer right on top, didn't stand a chance.
The way they're grouping and playing with this splitless brew is so good, right? They just now take that fight. He doesn't have the brew split back for another 15 seconds. They immediately move into the Roach Pit with the Deso, with the Vlads, all these items stacking up together, and the Tombstone drops instantly.
They're into the pit now. Puppey is down bottom, just trying to push these waves out. I don't know if they can come and contest this.
They had the vision. They saw it all go down from the side of Team Secret.
And no Blink Dagger, no nothing from Zayas. It's too hard to walk into this pit.
They got Hawk in a few seconds here, but no, there's no way they can get there in time.
They tried, but they will not succeed. And Zai now there to slow him down. The enchant to back away. Still have to be careful about running up high ground into no vision. And Insania, he's going to get punished for the hubris.
Well, the Soul Rifts have been pretty incredible from him so far, maxing that out first, getting lots of saves in these fights, and just go down there. It helps his allies escape. So what do they escape with? They get themselves an Aegis onto their Lina. They still have the split available. So when he's back up on Insania, they can start to move their way onto that Radiant side of the map. That death onto Nisha, of course. He's 0-4-0 on this Invoker. He's got Midas and Force Staff. It's not exactly the dream game for the hero, but his levels are starting to add up.
Picked up now. You end up in these situations that I was sort of talking about, the mental stability that it feels like this team has been able to keep up there. They're going to have to make another move here from Secret in a little while, see what they can find across the map. They have that shard ready on the Earthshaker, but it does still just feel like they need more time.
Oh, a common trend of Secret throughout the last year's qualifier and TI has always been like Sides and Rezo dominating their lane and pushing forward from there. Very combat heavy. It felt like these Dawn Breakers, right? Like Marcy's and just like fighting everyone all the time.
Oh, Echo! It's not enough.
That's not quite.
Oh my goodness. Stick charges.
Yeah, they don't have that though. They're not like a snowballing off-lane duo in this game. In game 1, it worked really well because they had this like double vision tactic where they were going with the Beastmaster and the Nyx Assassin.
They find him. Nisha in the woods. Zai pops the ultimate. He wants this one. He wants it real bad. Lift up there. The rest of the team coming in. Back behind the tower. Mickey going into this fight with half HP. They time it perfect. Nisha gets brought down. Liquid, they are feeling themselves here. Again, we talk so much about Puppey and the consistency that he's had. Zai is another one of those players. He's been to so many different TIs, but if they win this game, this will be his highest placement ever.
Well, they're still able to grab it despite Zayat's running away with the creep wave. I was kind of wondering, like, where's the Fisher save? And he's just running. He's got wave after wave. And Boxy not even going to bother trying to chase him or cut him off. They're just moving elsewhere on the map. They want a bigger prize for themselves.
15.5 minutes and a 4,000 gold lead. Little mid-game leads can be so dicey, though. We've seen some that have fallen apart very quickly, and is this going to be one of them? Gotta be careful. Lifestealer inside the open wounds, and Matumba Man going to run away. Resolution just not quite close enough to connect with any roar or anything else.
Bit of a bold one there, because there was quite a bit of vision in the area from Team Secret. And so, of course, the long run with the creeps will come to an end here, eventually being caught inside that dire jungle. So. Game 1, similar situation, Beastmaster, right? They're able to take so much of the map over from the side of Team Secret because of the way he pushed through that top lane, established good vision up top, and they just played around that area. This game, Chrysalis take the top lane instead. Rezo's not able to really like establish that big point, and Liquid just catching all these great fights with the Brewmaster has been so important for them. And Secret, they're really lacking that vision. They don't really know until Liquid cross the river. They're not really sure what they're up to. They're not able to go for these cheeky little plays of the Sun Strikes to try and get Liquid off balance. Instead, it's Liquid who are just pushing through and always staying very grouped together.
Tumbaman showing, and Zai also showed for just a moment. Smoke, it's going to be broken immediately. Zai, he's in an awkward spot now. Insania is there to break it. Tries to find one, Rage immediate turn for the kill. So they will get the Undying.
Yeah, Liquid don't want this fight. Secret are throwing all the resources at it once again. Game 2, Chrysalis was really trying to get involved in as many fights as possible to try and get his team to a solid position. He's doing that once again. These TPs up here, trying to find these engagements when he can, then moving back to farm when it looks like the fight's not going to happen. Liquid there, of course, going to be a little bit pickier with their fights, but with another minute left on the Aegis, and not getting another tier 2 could be kind of nice if they wanted to. For now, they just seem comfortable going to that next round of items, BKB, potentially on Matu.
Done on Foxy. Getting into the Aghanim Scepter next for Zai.
Yeah, I hope so. Goes that over the Blink. Blink's obviously really cool, but
Radiant's middle tower
Yeah.
is under attack.
Oh yeah. Oh, nice grab.
LSA connection, 4-stack, keeping his buddy alive. Why Nisha invests in this.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Lack of
attack.
connection on the kills. Zayat actually spots out these wards that were just placed, so Crystal's going to come on in and take those away. D-ward going on, so all vision gone.
Radiant's
So the
top
main
tower
benefit
is
of the
under
Aghanims,
attack.
at least to me, would be Zai having the Wind Panda all the time, right? Like the Wind Brewling constantly able to go for the Disc-Ball to kill out these summons, because it's always been like a counterpoint that the Master has, but it's only during the ulti. Whereas now, when you have this Aghanims, you can actually do it constantly.
Walks up the hill. Aegis about to expire. This fight could get a little bit dicey here if they're not careful.
He got the
Silence
right back
down,
out.
in trouble. He's gone. Meanwhile, Foxy jumps in. Tumbaman right on top now. Chrysalis, who gets force-sapped off of the cliff. That separation, LSA spots the ward. They need to take that down, so no more vision. But the stun, the control is on the both of Mickey gets the BKB off. Tumbaman turns. No invest to get him out, but they find Misha. Couple more hits. They bring him low, but can they bring him down? No! Misha, he survives. Insania gone. Secret strike back in the biggest way.
Liquid just going a little bit too far there. The Dream start to a fight as they take down Zai right away. No chance for getting out the ultimate. Despite getting down the Wraith Pack, it didn't reduce enough of that damage. He still falls. And when he doesn't snap buyback, because there's no Aegis, right? Like there's no big prize to claim here. So they know he doesn't want to buy back into this fight. Even though he could get back there relatively quickly. Liquid keep going. They feel like they have some ability to still take this fight after this death. They were wrong. You know, they don't end up getting like the next big grab. Perfect force stabs, great positioning. Chrysalis to the high ground, back down again. Matu's raised up. He's running around. He can't find anybody.
All of those utility spells caught it.
Oh, yeah, what's up? What's up, he says?
Zai wasn't able to make it happen, but still looking solid in this one for Team Secret. For that huge win. You can see now 16-14 on a knife's edge. We talked about how close this game could be, and things start to get a little bit wild when it's an elimination match this close to the Aegis. So AC next on the docket. Zayat was still alive when he was like doing the call-out gestures.
It's been his thing so far this tournament. He's the only one I've seen popping up out of his chair. I love to see it.
You know, I think that it's a testament to sort of this guy and sort of his background in Dota. He spent so long just hanging out in obscurity, and he a lot of Eastern European.
You mean the Techies player Zayat?
Right.
You mean the Treant Protector player Zayat? The one-trick pony guy?
And then suddenly, as we saw in that content piece, you know, he gets the call up, and he is absolutely taken over. And the last bit, Walrus Punch. Tumbaman gonna get stunned in the duration of the rage. The roll, the chase, puppey gone. Meanwhile, Chrysalis on the low ground, but Zayat's there again with the stun onto everybody.
Here comes the split.
Only to disengage, though. They gotta run. Secret trying to get out of there. The BKB can't do anything to that one. Chase down, look for more. Rezo in trouble to lift up.
They gotta let him go.
They're gonna go for more and more and more. Liquid trying to chase. Rezo gone. And on the backlines, they take down Chrysalis to boot. Liquid and Secret, the push and pull. A tug of war.
Tower is under attack.
Looking at my heartstrings a little bit here.
Everything just from the beginning of these fights, and part of that coming down to the fact that we don't have those BKBs on the side of Secret, right? So it either starts well or it goes really poorly.
They chase for more as they're going up to the high ground there. Nisha trying to stop this push tornado, anything he can use. 20 seconds until the rest of his team is back up. That second Roche is available, though. They could go back and claim that here as a very quick spawn.
That'll be a big one for them. Respawns are going to be fast, though, on Secret. We're only 25 minutes in this game, believe it or not. We're going to double up those bracers, those Wraith fans, rather, but maybe a Wraith pack later. It almost looked like a Walrus kick there with the punch and the Force Staff combo there. It probably gets double force back up, but that's a lot to commit to try and save your Ench. And though Zayat's got a huge play there with the Fissure and the combo stuns, you know, it's Zay, right? The original. Coming through there with the split, and Crystal is just worst case scenario.
I mean, that's the thing, right? With no BKB on this Drow, as soon as you find the real one, it turns into this huge problem. You just lift her up, wait till the fight to end.
Yep. I'll tell you, that Philosopher's Stone's been doing a lot of work here. Besides, though, he's getting close to that Blink Dagger. Almost like a second life for this Earthshaker when it comes to like, having relevancy in this game. Right now, he's just sitting in the back line, find just a Fissure, combo stun, see if he can set up for his Drow and his Invoker in that sense. But you get that Blink Dagger, you spot that right moment, maybe you can win the whole fight yourself.
And the thing that's interesting about this too is the distribution of farm. Take a look at these net worths. It's Alina and Lifestealer that are way up at the top right now. A pretty big gap, and then you got the 3 cores from Secret, but it's Puppey that's making up the difference. This Enchantress needs to have some more impact here in this game. Has already got a Force Staff. I'm not sure what you buy.
No Nature's Attendance, he's just stats. I got the damage, all right? There's no heals happening here. Not today.
A illusion spots out.
Oh,
they got vision, and they have to run away immediately. Foxy is already gone. Nikkei finds another. Rezo dead. Chrysalis, the one left behind. Nisha also trying to escape. They decide to turn their sights onto Puppey. Get the Team Wards here and control this area as opposed to chasing.
Radiant's courier was caught in the crossfire.
that was insane. They're just blinking and infesting. They know they just need the vision for this fight to try and give Zai that grab, right? He just needs that one toss-up. Again, there's no secondary play here. There's no BKB for that Drow Ranger, but now they're going to go for the wraparound play here from the side.
Will they be able to take this fight? Puppey wants to run in. Chrysalis is there too. Roche down about a third.
The blink's there, Zayats.
They're still sticking around. Zayats blinks. He gets the stun, but the interrupt. Where's the follow-up damage? It's not there.
Crystal, though, he gets out.
He kept him out of that fight that entire time, trying to clean up and get this Aegis. It's actually the Radiant that get the kill, but Nisha down low. He gets out. Can he escape from this one? Chrysalis hitting in the backside. They take down Matumbaman. Nikkei wants to fight a kill, but the dodge. Nisha gets away. Are you kidding me? He gets away from them. Aegis still on Nikkei, but with no BKB, he's got to get out. TP's away. What is this game?
It's gonna be a very confusing fight recap here. We got an Aegis single side Team Liquid. Everyone who's playing their heart out right now. And despite going their way, I think there was even a snatch, right? They grabbed the kill, I think with the Sunstrike from Nisha, and then he blinked in after.
Almost got it.
Who got the shard?
Not sure. Oh, that was the Lifestealer. No, he already, Regardless, we sort of keep the game at status quo to a certain extent because you lose a lot of Liquid heroes in terms of the net worth, but the big thing is still 4 minutes left of that Aegis on Nikkei. He's playing that carry role out of the mid lane.
It certainly is. Feels very comfortable doing it. Now has 4 minutes of the true comfort of having an Aegis as well. He's actually shadowing Matsu right now. Maybe we're worried about a possible play coming up from Team Secret.
Oh, and that's an interesting choice for the for the Enchantress, going for the drums and then queuing up of all things an AC. You know, if there's
He's got lofty goals. All right.
There's one thing I learned is that Puppey farms.
Never forget Puppey Crystal Maiden card.
Is under attack.
Enough. Well, kill score is even. If there was any doubt about these two teams putting on a show for all you people out here in the crowd. Dispel those myths right now, as there's still some pressure being mounted in Senia with a surprise inside.
That is not one you suspect, that's for sure.
I mean, they do see that he has almost 3,000 health, so might be able to anticipate that there's a Lifestealer inside of him. But the tier 2 tower gets taken.
Yep, that Hawk Vision gives him a little bit of a semblance of safety there as they approach the tower, but again, there's still no BKBs here. So, I mean, it's just so unusual compared to how all these Dota games have been going through all of CI, right? We're so used to basically every core having a BKB at this point. And it just feels so strong for Zai if he can get that perfect initiation.
Liquid read the movement right. Are they going to be able to anticipate where Secret are going? The blink in Zai. Does
Nope,
this form
not quite
a team?
right.
They can't quite catch up.
It's all about that mid-wave, right? You know someone has to come and grab this, but no one wants to commit on these mid-waves. You want to be really far back. Just sort of give them a little blast, back away.
Yes.
Don't want to get caught in a bad fight.
Again, those shards actually there for Boxy is what we got. But see the sort of macro movement that they're making, trying to control these high grounds. It's Secret that smoke up with 4. They are showing Puppey on the wave. Can they find anybody with this backstab?
And Matsu, he was considering quite a few different items throughout this game, right? Almost went for the BKB on the lifestealer, ended up going for the AC instead. Has to watch out for that silence though, or he gets saved by someone.
Hawk is going out first.
Oh, he's got a Paladin sword too.
The golem up front.
Gives it over to Mickey.
They're not quite gonna get there. If Zayats finds somebody here, this could be a huge burst of damage, but it does look like Liquid recognizing the danger. Mickey gets caught! BKB, it's not coming out! Mickey is going to drop, that's Aegis. 1 life, can they do another one? Rezo is there, he has the roar available, gets interrupted, gets caught, the Sunstrike out, it's not enough damage quite yet. Mickey 4-step away, get out of there! Zayats tries to control afterwards, can they bring him down in time? Mickey in trouble, oh they missed it, the save again! Tornado lift up onto both of them though. Mickey, he's been living through so long, so much, and he's actually gonna do it again! Mickey finally gets brought down by Puppey. The alacrity, the damage, but Tumbleman, they want to bring down Chrysalis, a couple more punches, but all these 4 steps, it's the bane of Liquid. They don't have a way to get him out, but Tumbleman to fall. Zai needs to clean up, he's got to get a couple more, but Chrysalis, he gets up to the high ground. Insania brought down as well, the little turret that could.
This positioning, all-terrain vehicles on Secret, they're all over the place, up, down, low ground, a TPO by Rezo at 10% HP, and you said Puppey needed to pop off. Yeah, I think he did.
Oh my god.
That was an insane, he did the most damage in that last fight. All he did was click.
So many rounds of it, and Puppey, he found him again. Puppey does not want to be denied. Chrysalis, a couple more hits. This man, he's a lot of evasion, does have a blink away from Zai. Needs to hunt, needs to escape, but Zayat, he says no.
Puppey is taking his fate into his own hands here. He's like, I'm breaking this curse. I'm going all the way. Oh yeah, okay.
That is exactly what they needed right there.
Dire's top tower is under
Suddenly
attack.
this lead gets bursted open to 7K gold. And you can see all to save Mickey, and it wasn't enough, even through 2 lives.
That was only 2 minutes ago.
Tower
Feels like a lifetime at this point. Obviously, a pivotal turning point for this whole game. Just such a simple thing, too, right? Like catching this Aegis, but it just means that now you're going to get this fight on an even footing for Team Secret, right? Finally finding that moment that they needed. They don't have to play around with this Aegis for the next 4 minutes, chasing them around the map like this. And just so many clutch and tiny moments. And again, it's all about the positioning, right? These 4 staffs, so valuable from Secret. And Rezo at the top of your screen, you can see right now, he actually just barely escapes from Zai being chased down.
Oh my goodness, that was so close.
And then Puppey, like, you know, we heard Tyga talk about during the draft, right? He's just like, you know, this Ench really doesn't care about Undying. Because as you can see, he's got a whole posse just following around this entire fight. And they don't really do anything.
That's right. And as you said, he did the most damage in that fight, Puppey, on the Enchantress. Now, looking at the next couple of minutes here for Liquid after losing that Aegis. I mean, there's still 2 minutes till it's capable of respawning. It's not like they're incapable of fighting, but the fights cannot stop or start with Mickey getting caught. Puppey AC done. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, that was a lofty goal, I believe we once said.
Oh my god. He is so farmed.
Wow. Usually you buy AC on your lifesteal, you don't really expect to be countered by the enemy Ench at 34 minutes with the counter AC, but there you are.
DD, he wants to take it. No, there's no way. There's no way. All right, crowd, settle down.
Yeah, all right, relax. All right.
All right, so we'll see now. Silver Edge already in hand for the Lina. Some really good vision. Look at that ward there. That one is giving all the info that they need. Matumba Man, can they blow him up? Oh, the reaction gets him out of harm's way just in time. And well, the roar, the chase needs to get out of there. Save! Foxy, get him out, kid. And do it. No, his best came too late. Mickey can't stop this train either. Disarmed, running away. Nisha there with the ice wall, tries to shards, but no. Foxy 2 will fall.
He hit him with the ice fire bomb. Get the ancient ice shaman in on this.
Goodness, Secret. They were kicked out of this last time. They were not able to go all the way to the grand finals. They were so close.
He was so close to infesting back in the box. It was just one big crit there from Chrysalis, you know. Item, he gets better rolls than anyone else, actually. And seeing it right there, unable to get that save. Now,
have the hold here, and Secret not wanting to give him the time of day. Can Puppey just punch away the edge so strong with that Grofo too. Getting buildings, Liquid, they don't have the answers yet. They need the rest of their team to fight this.
Dyer's middle barracks.
Watch and wait. Diets jumps in, the roar, Mickey, they're all in him, the snowball. They try and turn and try and get away.
still got stacks.
Gets a little bit out.
And the silver edge for the break.
This tombstone, the zombies slowing him down. Back two, a couple more punches, but the control. Zion, he's on to both of them. Mickey, he gets the BKB off. Matumba Man wants to chase Chrysalis. BKB runs out.
Zai thinking about still extending this fight.
Dangerous. Liquid are gonna have to lick their wounds. Secret, content with taking that lane.
Yeah, Liquid, a small Pyrrhic victory there, managing to find themselves one BKB charge, taking out the Drow at the very least. But of course, they're going to be hanging out there looking for that Roche, and with a Beastmaster and an Enchantress on your team, you're definitely going to know when it spawns, especially if you just happen to be standing in there. So, probably going to be in the know, and we got ourselves an Aghanims too here.
Hello!
Hello! Hello, Science! Hello!
I think that was to the entire Dota 2 community, that hello. As he has been making a name for himself here.
Uh-oh.
And with that, the third Aegis, the Aghanim Scepter on Invoker, suddenly they are well in hand. Secret looking so good. Trying to close this out, 21K gold lead. 37 minutes in right now. They just finished a Hex too.
Zayas has so much power right now.
This game is going to be so hard for Liquid to pull back at this point. They've got the raid pack, but they find one. Does have the Andis, needs to pop the ulti if he wants to get out of there. Not too much more trouble. Walrus Punch finds the back line, trying to bring down one. Resolution in some trouble. He's from downtown. Nikkei finds another, but there it is, Science! He stops him again. The 5X come out immediately. Matumba Man, nowhere left to go. He's gone for 70. Secret, they see the grand finals in their sights. They want to claim this here now. Put this game to bed. The snowball is in, has to blink out on Boxy. Is there anything they got in control? Zion's on top. He's been there time and again. Misses the Sunstrike, actually.
Just one blinks, though.
And the chase is there, and Boxy too will fall. None of these heroes up. Secret, wanting to close this game out now.
Objective gamers in the top lane, Chrysalis and Puppey, taking down the buildings, looking towards tier 4s even.
They've setting it up. Chrysalis, the alacrity is there. Tier 4 towers starting to drop. Does the dream run end now? Mickey, 4 step away, keeping themselves alive.
That's
Secret.
a big jump. They're low on resources on Secret right now.
Deadly.
Oh, but look at that damage.
This moment when you said